What can you do if you just feel so exhausted by your own research? If you feel that you just cannot force yourself to work more, if you feel that you just cannot move forward, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you put your mind up to it, you just cannot force yourself to actually do the work, and you're stuck in that procrastination and guilt cycle that looks, I think, something like this. So you know that you should be doing the work, you're not doing it, then you try to rest, you cannot rest because you're feeling guilty, and then you're feeling guilty but not working, which is this procrastination cycle that I guess everyone has experienced at least once in their life. So if you are there right now, I just want to tell you that this happens not because you are not smart enough, not because you are not disciplined enough, not because you are not motivated enough, but simply because you are exhausted of doing work and seeing nothing, like materially, physically nothing for it. Nothing can look like no results, no clear research story, no clear direction in which you are taking your research, and so on. So the solution for that situation isn't, as I said, more work or beating yourself up and saying, okay, I should be doing more, I should be working harder, I should be, I don't know, I have an endless to-do list, I better do something, I'm like a lazy PhD student, I will never get my postdoc, my thesis finished, or whatever. This is clearly not the solution. What typically works, and I'm speaking from my experience and from my experience, like my personal experience going through the PhD, and also from my experience with coaching many PhD students, is that you are frustrated and you are sort of paralyzed because you don't feel that your work is moving forward. So we have to find a way in order to move that work forward. One of the best and quickest ways to make sure that this happens is to take a look at your research and objectively make sense of it. Because sometimes in our PhD, what happens is that we are so busy chasing a certain goal, maybe a publication, a thesis, or I don't know, some certain result, that we sort of we are blind to everything that happens meanwhile, to every result, every single milestone that we hit along that way. So what works is to really take a step back and make sense of the research that you already have. Typically, if you are frustrated by your own research, it typically means that it is objectively a mess. So you have some things scattered in some random folder, some plots are, I don't know, somewhere in your collaborator's drive, some other things are on your private PC, on your work PC, and so on. So it's really hard to see the bigger picture and to say, okay, this is the work I did up to now, so therefore I'm going to take this direction from now onward. And this is exactly what I help PhD students do. So I coach them on how to gain clarity of the work that they already had, how to choose a direction in which they should go with their research, and to make sure that their research follows a clear storyline, so that you are investigating something that makes sense, that it will make sense in your future thesis, in your future publications, and most importantly, that it will make sense to your supervisor. So if you're in that situation in which you're like, okay, my research is everywhere, everything is a mess, and I feel stuck, I don't know how to move forward, I don't know what to do next, this is what I can help you with, and I want to invite you to schedule a completely free intro coaching call with me. I will leave a link down below in the description where you can schedule it. In that call, we can discuss exactly that. So where you are at currently with your research, what are some current challenges that you're facing, and how can you move forward from there? So we can take your research, discuss it, and say, okay, what are some next steps that I should take, some logical next steps, some tangible and doable next steps that I can take in order to make sure I can then finish, submit, and defend my thesis. So if this is your right now, schedule a free intro coaching call down below. And as always, see you in the next few days with another video. Bye-bye.